Welcome back to East Coast Blue Jays. I'm your host, Patrick McGraw. Thank you all for coming in. Well, it's happening again, boys. The Toronto Blue Jays are after a veteran starting pitcher. But before we get going, if you haven't already, give us a little subscribe and like, and maybe give a little comment down here below. So let's get things started here. So here we are, Max Scherzer. He is a longtime veteran ace that the Blue Jays are currently after. But in order for him to come in, and we need to possibly sign another top player, because he's at the age there now. He wants to be competitive. He wants to win a World Series. So I think we just picked up Anthony Santander, but I think we need to do a little bit more than that. I think we're going to have to pick up Pete Alonso if we can, and Jurickson Profar. I did a little video of it there yesterday. You guys can check it out on my page. All right, so I'm just going to go through the rundown here. Mock Bob tweeted, I've been getting a lot of questions from Blue Jays fans regarding Alonso, Scherzer, and Profar. My sources are telling me Blue Jays' main focus is Alonso at this point in time on a 3-year deal, potentially up to 5 with opt-outs. If they were able to get Alonso, they then look to Scherzer. So if we can sign Alonso, I'll give a great opportunity for Max to get in with us. All right, so these are some of the tweets that carries on from that. Ben Turner, pre-Robert Murray, Blue Jays are not done, interested in Max. And Pete doesn't know if getting both is possible. If I'm Scherzer, I would need to see the Jays add another bat before I come. Both are on their radars. They are trying. So that's a good sign. Ross is trying. He did say in the meeting there yesterday when he was giving Santander the jersey that he's not done yet. It's still another few more weeks before the spring trainings started, but he's not done. We got to get one of these guys done. We're not finished yet. All right, so Johnny from the X as well. It's pretty clear the first domino to fall for Max to sign with the Toronto Blue Jays is a Pete Alonso deal. If both these deals happen, this team will be so goddamn fun to watch, man. Friggin' right, it's going to be fun. Imagine having, well, if it's possible, we'll have Bo, Vladdy, Santander, Pete Alonso, or even Profar. Well, I mean, that there alone, it's going to scare the opposition starting pitchers. So, but it's promising. Got something to cheer for now. All right, so MLB Insider pegs Toronto Blue Jays as most likely destination for Max Scherzer. Future Hall of Famer pitcher Max is bidding his time in free agency, waiting for teams like the Toronto Blue Jays to make moves that cement them as a contender for 2025, boys. That's exciting. The Toronto Blue Jays offseason has finally taken off, and another move or two just helped them net a future Hall of Famer ace, Max Scherzer. The New York Times Post John Heyman was on MLB Network Hot Stove, on Wednesday morning. That was this morning, breaking down the status of Max Scherzer's free agent market. Heyman shut down the idea that Scherzer could return to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Given all the additions they have already made to their pitching staff, instead of zeroing on the Blue Jays' chances of landing the 40-year-old right-hander. All right, going to carry on. Heyman revealed that Scherzer recently had a Zoom meeting with Toronto Blue Jays. And that he was his typical frank self when outlining what it would take for him to go there. I think he basically told them, look, I want to win. You guys won 74 games last year. Let's see what the roster is before I decide what I want to do. Fair enough. He's at the end of his career. So if he's going to find, he doesn't want to play with no team that's not going anywhere. Like, sorry, Chicago White Sox or Minnesota Wild or Minnesota Twins. Sorry. So Heyman said, I don't think it's the millions that are going to decide what he wants to do. He wants to go to a winning team. If they sign Pete Alonso, that's a pretty good middle of the order. I think they underachieved at 74 wins. Anyway, and they certainly are a contender. So I think Toronto is probably most likely team for Sizer at this point. Wow. Gonna last of the pack. So Sizer has recorded 216 wins. He has over 3,407 strikeouts and a 74.5 WAR in his career with the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Detroit Tigers, Washington Nationals, and the Los Angeles Dodgers, New York Mets, and Texas Rangers. So he's been around the block. He's been around for a good 18, 19 years or so. So yes, he played with a lot of teams, but a lot of teams wanted him. So the 8-time All-Star has 3 Cy Young awards under his belt, not to mention his 5 other top finishes with a 3.16 ERA, 1.08 WHIP, and a 10.7 strikeouts per 9 innings. Injuries have limited Sizer to 196 innings over the last 2 seasons, but he is still 15-10 with a 3.81 ERA, 1.28 WHIP, 214 strikeouts. So, I mean, he struggled the last couple of years, but hopefully he's a little better this year. Hopefully he can stay healthy. It's hard to stay healthy when you're at that age. I mean, I'm 40, I'm 49, so I have to be careful what I do. But his goal is to stay healthy. So, yeah, here's Jon Heyman on the walk-off. It is done. The Blue Jays or Mets for Pete Alonso. Okay, so just thought I'd bring this up. So for Pete Alonso, there's 2 choices: the Blue Jays and the New York Mets right now. But as a lot of people are saying, it's more leaning towards the Blue Jays right now. All right, so this is from Carlos Barraga. He's a Spanish gut reporter, and this was just tweeted probably an hour ago. And he says, well, my people, according to my sources, outfielder Jurickson Profar and Max Scherzer could be signing with the Toronto team. Interesting. I like his sources if it's true. This guy here, he's pretty close. He's pretty bang on with a lot of stuff. All right, so Master Flip, and he tweets, the Blue Jays are roughly at $260 million for their 2025 payroll. Alonso and Sizer will most definitely push their payroll above $300 million. This is not the way to run an organization who, at best, would still be a 3rd or 4th team in the American Leagues. I don't agree with that at all. These days, I mean, you look at the Dodgers, they have high payroll as well. So if they do sign Alonso or Profar or Sizer, I hope, hopefully a lot of that money can be deferred so they can keep the money down that's allowed. Because right now they're over the $237 million threshold. Now they're into the luxury tax, so they're going to pay a lot of taxes for this. So maybe if Alonso, Sizer, and Profar decide to sign, maybe some of the money get deferred because Santander, $35 million of his money that he signed for is deferred to help out the team. So, yes, I don't know how you guys feel about this. Do you feel that we should be signing Max Scherzer or not? My opinion, I think we should. Why the hell not? He's a great pitcher. He's a veteran ace that would only going to help this bullpen. The experience in his belt, like they said, he has 3 Cy Young awards. He's an 8-time All-Star. Yes, he's 40, but you look at Nolan Ryan. He pitched until he was 42, 43, and he was still elite. I mean, he's a lot better than most pitchers that the Toronto Blue Jays have right now. So, yes, sign him. He's elite. Maybe he's going to have a phenomenal year this year. But how do you, I just want to, so to the end of my video. If you guys like this content, give us a little subscribe and a like. How do you guys feel about Max Scherzer? Give me a little comment down below and we'll have a little discussion. But it's gonna be happening pretty soon. If not tonight, tomorrow, or the next day, Max is gonna get signed. Hopefully he's with the Toronto Blue Jays, and hopefully we sign another player for our lineup. Maybe Profar, maybe Pete Alonso. But thank you all for coming in. I hope you liked this video, and until next time, let's go Jays.